25th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yahanna. We've been bringing this truth since 1969. And what is that truth? That truth is that the so-called blacks, the so-called Hispanics, and the so-called natives are the greatest people that ever walked the face of this earth. And the Bible identifies us as the true biblical Jews of the Bible. Hey man, give me Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. Or 12 and 10. Hey man, listen. Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. Hey look, Ecclesiastes says, oppression maketh a wise man mad. You understand? We come out here and we sound angry because we see what's happening to our brothers and sisters. We see what's going on. We see all the arrests. We see all the drug addiction. We see all the redlining. We see all the evictions. Everything that's happening to our people on the face of this earth. It's not happening to any other nation of people on this earth. And now we're about to celebrate Thanksgiving. The murder of our so-called brothers, the Native Americans, you understand? Our brothers, those are our brothers. And every time you celebrate Thanksgiving, you celebrate the unaliving of your brothers and sisters.
That's right.
It's disgusting. Oppression maketh a wise man mad. Salakia. They're not our so-called brothers. I was talking about so-called brothers. They're not our so-called brothers, but they are our brothers. You understand? And listen, oppression maketh the wise man mad, but a gift destroyeth the heart. Our leaders are leading us to celebrate the destruction of our brothers and sisters. You understand? We got to do otherwise. We can't celebrate the destruction of our brothers and sisters. You understand? You got that, brother? Let's read.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
Say that again.
Never trust thine enemy.
One more time.
Never trust thine enemy.
And that's the problem with us as so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives. We trust in our enemy. We trust in everything they do. We trust in their customs and culture. That's why we're about to celebrate Thanksgiving. We give them too much trust. We're supposed to be putting our trust in our own brothers and sisters. We're supposed to mainly have our trust in these laws, statutes, and commandments. This Bible tells us that we're not supposed to celebrate Thanksgiving.
Right.
We're celebrating the destruction of our own people.
Right.
Think about that. If you got a brother or a sister who's been unalived on these streets, it's like celebrating their unalivingness.
Right.
You understand? Celebrate the unalivingness of that. How does that feel? That's how you're supposed to be feeling when Thanksgiving comes around. We're not supposed to celebrate Thanksgiving. It's the destruction of our people. You understand? They came over here and took the Taino Indians and totally destroyed the Chippewas and the Blackfoots and all those other tribes that was over there. I don't know the names of all of them, but it was a goddamn lot of them. 77 million. And still counting because our brothers and sisters on them reservations. They still being unalived on them reservations.
Right.
You understand? And we celebrating year after year after year. Take that from the top.
Never trust thy enemy.
That's what we're doing too much of. Trusting our enemy. Read on.
For like as iron rusteth, so is its wickedness.
It says, as like as iron rusteth, so is its wickedness. You understand? Basically what it's saying is, if you leave iron to its own demise, it's going to start to rust. The true properties of iron will begin to show through. Well, left to their own devices, the oppressor, his true feelings, his true character will always show through. Look at Trump doing. Look at what Trump doing right now. Changing all the laws. He's going against all of the rules and regulations that America has set up. Because America doesn't live by rules and regulations. All of the laws that are created to keep us in place. Our oppressor can break all of those laws. And this is the reason why he unalived the Native American Indians and created a holiday of that destruction. We destroyed as a people when you begin to celebrate the unaliving of your own people.
Right.
You understand? Read on, brother.
Verse 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching.
Hey, look, though he humble himself Though he think he's helping our people, he acts like he wants to help our people. He humbles himself. He makes himself look like he has feelings for us.
That's right.
He wants to help us out. He wants to get down. What's your problem? What can I do to help you? And then they turn around and they stab us in the back.
Right.
You understand? Just like this Lexington Market. Look at Lexington Market. Used to be owned by black people. Black people used to run all of Lexington Market.
Right.
All of a sudden, they moved all of the black people out.
Right.
They got all of these other nations of people in Lexington Market, rebuilt Lexington Market, and now all of those other nations have all of the stores in that new Lexington Market.
Right.
What do we have? Nothing. We have nothing. Hey, listen. You celebrating that Lexington Market, you celebrating the destruction of our black people that used to run the old Lexington Market. And we celebrated by supporting those heathen nations. We destroyed as a people. Matter of fact, drop that. Give me Hosea 4 and 6. And when black people was in there, it wasn't no right. You right about that, Cat. Hey, you listen. Every night they used to bleach and soak the floors down every night in Lexington Market when black people was running.
Right.
Now you see rats running through the windows through the cake department, running all over the cookies and everything else. They close it up for a couple of hours and sell you them same cakes and pies. And you understand what I'm saying? And we still running up in there supporting them. After all of the videos, we seen many videos of rats running through Lexington Market over the food. And they still selling you that stuff, and we still supporting them. We destroyed as a nation of people.
Right.
You understand? We destroyed. You got that, brother? Let's read.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4, and verse 6. My people.
Say that again.
My people.
Hey, listen. It's saying my people. We are the people of the Most High. It's saying my people. We are the people of the Most High. You understand? Read on, brother.
My people are destroyed.
Say that again.
My people are destroyed.
Hey, listen, we destroyed. We destroyed as a people because of our leadership. We destroyed as a people because of the oppressor. You understand? We destroyed as a people because of Christianity. Read that from the top.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Hey, listen, we destroyed for a lack of knowledge. We destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Where's that knowledge at? This knowledge is right here in these laws, statutes, and commandments. This is all we need to build ourselves up.
Right.
But we rely on that pledge of allegiance. You pledge your allegiance away from your people to another people that totally hate us. Right? When you pledge your allegiance to the people who are currently destroying us.
Right.
You understand? The Star Spangled Banner, that's the spirit of America. You live in those stars, red, white, and blue stars and stripes.
Right.
That's the spirit of America. That's just like if you got your favorite football team and things like that. You put on the hat, you put on the jersey, you put on everything. And that's what you do when you put on the spirit of America. You put on everything of America. You put on the unalivingness of America, the SAiness of America, the thievery of America, the murderous nature of America. You understand?
Right.
Come on, sir. You put on all of that. Hey, drop that real quick. We're going to go to Psalms 55 and 20. You understand? Whenever you have that spirit in you, you put on that spirit. And that's why Baltimore is destroyed like it is. Because we living in the spirit of America. That's why we unaliving each other on the streets. That's why we totally disregarding the lives of our own people on the street. That's why we selling drugs and everything else to our people on the street. Because we living in the spirit of America. America could do nothing to build us up. America can do everything to help Ukraine out. America can do everything to help the so-called Israelis out. You understand? But America will, they will never do anything to help us out. And we see it day after day after day. And we still put our spirit in America. America hates so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives. We're the only people in America that's locked up in America. You understand? You don't see the Asians locked up in America. You don't see the East Indians locked up in America. You don't see the Arabs locked up in America or the Africans locked up in America. You understand? That's the destruction of our people because we living in the spirit of America. You got that, brother? Let's read this. Listen to this.
This is the book of Psalm chapter 55 and verse 20. he hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him.
It says he has put forth his hand as such that be at peace with him. Listen, America put forth his hands against the Native Americans.
Right.
America put forth his hands against the Hispanics on the border.
Right.
America put forth his hands against the Negroes in America.
Right.
We are the only people in America being destroyed. It says he had put forth his hands as such that be at peace with him. Read on, brother.
He hath broken his covenant.
He has broken his covenant. Listen, he had over 177 peace treaties with the Native American Indian. And he had broken every peace treaty with the Native American Indian. Right. In actuality, on CNN, they say he's still breaking those covenants to this day. America hates the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Natives. So much so that the scriptures tell us to gather yourself together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired. That means we have to come together, but come together on one accord. How do we come together on one accord? Get up in this ISUPK under Commanding General Yahanna. That's how you...
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one west. They're one west. They're one west. They're one